Friday crept up on me. Like, I didn't realize that tomorrow or today is Friday because I'm still awake. I don't sleep until like 4 in the morning. So I have to like. So now I'm just gonna make it. And oh, me and Joe had an argument. Actually, I always have arguments about these things. This dude from, I forget what country, but he was from somewhere else. He was saying like Paris Hilton is the most amazing and most talented singer. He showed us like a video, and we were like, holy shit, Paris Hilton had a hit single. Or whatever. I don't know if it's a hit, but we were shocked because the song was made in like 2006, and Britney was making videos back then, right? I don't remember, but I was kind of like, how do you explain that? Because I thought hotness would win, and Britney Spears is clearly hotter than Paris Hilton. I'm like, oh, that dude is blind. Like, there's no way she is better than Britney. I mean, Paris Hilton is doable. I'm not saying she's busted. But she's in competition with Britney and Avril. Well, I know a lot of people would probably think, like, oh, Avril? But Avril Lavigne is hotter than Britney Spears. By a little bit, though, because we actually had to look at it for a while. But, you know, when it comes to the scale, the hotness scale, Avril is only, like one level higher than Britney. But they're very close, because they're both really hot. One of our friends, she's like, what the hell are you two talking about? Is that all you talk about? You just sit there and rate celebrities? We're like, no, we rate girls on OkCupid too. Oh, some of the straight girls on those dating sites, they look really lesbo. They look more lesbian than I do. I couldn't believe some of them were straight. We were just like, holy shit. And we would totally message them to make sure, like, are they really girls? Because you know how there's like, we thought they were transgendering or something. So we would message them. I would make Joe go meet them just to make sure, just to see if it's real. Cause sometimes, like, you know, like some of those profiles are just joke profiles where someone made it up to fuck. It's kind of like me putting my Facebook as male to scare lesbians on Craigslist. Well, some of my guy friends, they would make fake profiles on those dating sites to scare dudes, I guess. I don't know. Me and Joe, we were talking about like how we think femme lesbians have a really weird perspective on what's hot. I think they're blind sometimes. Like one of my exes, she thinks Pink is hotter than Avril. She showed me a picture of Pink, and I'm just like, oh, you blind, and I closed her MacBook. I don't want to see that. I want to see Avril or Britney. One of our friends, why don't you try to rate average girls? She would pick like these wicked busted fat girls on OkCupid and make us rate her because she thinks that's what average looks like. I don't know what she's hanging around with, but that's not what average look like. Average look like average, as in not hot, not ugly. Those girls were just ugly, so. And plus, like, they were so close in the league. You know how, like, Avril and Britney are really close on the hotness scale? Well, they're very close on the bottom of the hotness scale. So, it's really hard for me to rate them. And we couldn't even come up with numbers because we don't really want to fuck them, so why would we don't want to think that hard to rate them. We don't want to look close. We had to look very close between Britney and Avril, but with those girls, like, that our friend picked, we don't really want to look that close onto them, because that's nasty. Like, we don't really want to fuck them. Why would we put effort into rating them? I don't know. I'm trying to gain weight before, like, anorexic season, because summer is, like, anorexic season for me. I get nasty in the summer. Well, I have one of these. Haagen-Dazs. I eat like a fatty. I'm gonna be a fatty. That's my future. But that's gonna be after I get a hot wife. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna stop taking care of myself just because I'm married. I'm not married. I'm single, by the way. So, if there are any hot girls in Boston, I like hot sex, so I like to keep everything hot. Even when I'm old. Oh, me and Joe also rated the L Word girls. But we couldn't really rate them because they're not that hot. When we turned it on, even lesbian sex didn't make it hot enough for us to watch. So we turned back to Britney. That girl knows how to move, I gotta say. Or it'd be Britney or Aaliyah or Avril. What else? I mean, I can talk about this for a long time, but my friend just said, like, she said no one wants to hear about me talking about hot girls. But this is a lesbian channel. Why wouldn't you want me to talk about hot girls? I don't understand this. I mean, what do lesbians talk about if it's not hot girls? Do they talk about strap-ons? Okay, so the double strap-ons, I don't like those. Those really hurt. I don't like the double-ended strap-ons. I like the leather ones though. But they're a little pricier. There's this strappy thing, right, where you put it around the girl's waist, and like if you're doing doggy style, you pull onto it, and then like you get to fuck her hard if you pull onto it like reins. I really like that toy. I don't know. What do lesbians talk about? If it's not Britney or Aaliyah or Avril Lavigne, what do they talk about? Do you want me to talk about gender again? I don't think you do, because I have the shittiest answer for that. Joe and I were watching 1,000 Ways to Die, and there was this one time, one of them, you can die from having sex with a fat girl. Like this dude was fucking this 400-pound chick, and she orgasmed and suffocated him to death. That one was really scary for me because that happened to me. Well, not like that. It was more like I was eating this girl out, because back then I got turned on by I had no standards. I would fuck a fat. I get turned on by pretty much anyone with a vag. So back then I did have sex with this fat girl, and I did pass out, and it actually traumatized me, and that's why now I'm more selective. But it isn't because I passed out. It was more like I hate making girls cry, and when I woke up, like, I remember finding her in the bathroom crying because she made me pass out. So ever since then, I'm like really selective.